Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Friday, June 24th, 2016. And today in our Tech News, we have Windows 10 Insider Preview. Once again, this week, only 24 hours after the release of 14.371, there's a release of another Insider Preview, 14.372. I will not be making a review of that one because it doesn't have any new features. It does work well. I've installed it and it's pretty much the same thing. But an interesting thing happened is Donna Sarkar got a question that I thought was interesting. Um, she was asked, why do you send out another preview if there's nothing new? And she answered, well, the simple reason is that insiders are helping a lot in finding bugs in these insider previews. So when we fix bugs, why not send out immediately another build so that they can continue checking out bugs and not stumbling again on bugs that are already fixed, and also maybe see that there's new bugs created by a fix here that created a bug somewhere else. So it was interesting, and because that was a question also for me. It was like, well, if there's nothing new, you could have waited. I wouldn't mind having another one next week, but now the way that she said it's like, okay, yeah, I understand now. That's a good idea finally. So 14.372 is available for fast ring. Like I said, I won't post another review since this is pretty much the same thing. And for those in the slow ring, they've released 14.367 in slow ring. So that's another little update for slow ring insiders for this week. So check out your Windows updates for insider previews. Well, Surface 3, which is the stripped down version of the Surface Pro, finally will be discontinued or phased out by the end of the year. It seems that manufacturing is going down slower now, and that it will be they will stop making them by the end of the year. Now, this was a lower priced device, and we're wondering, will Microsoft issue maybe a Surface 4 that would be a lower end Surface tablet? I think lower end Surface tablet with a lower price tag might appeal to a certain audience. So, but we're not sure. With no news yet of anything like that. But it seems that the Surface Pro is already pretty much out of stock. From what we see, the Surface 3 is almost impossible to get now. And talking about Surface, AdDuplex has released some data, and one interesting information from AdDuplex data is that on Surface Pro and Surface Book, for each Surface Book sold, there's almost 10 Surface Pro 4 sold. So it's a pretty interesting number here. It's 9 point something on average. So it means that Surface Pro tablets are really selling much more. But then again, Surface Pro tablets are lower priced than Surface Books also. AdDuplex also released numbers for Windows 10 Mobile, saying that the upgrade, or the Windows 10 Mobile is kind of upgrade is slowing down. So now it is for now 10.9% of all Windows phones, and that the upgrade process and the fact that people basically going to Windows 10 Mobile is really slowing down. We were saying last month, I believe, that most Windows 10 Mobile phones are through new phones that people buy. So if there's a slowdown in upgrades to Windows 10 Mobile, it does mean that there's a slowdown in sales also of Windows 10 or Windows phones, basically. Well, YouTube wants to compete with Netflix. They've acquired the first big budget show that will be available for all YouTube Red subscribers, and it's called Step Up. So YouTube is trying to get itself somewhere in the Netflix zone. It's going to be interesting to see what this, if this show is good, and will it create maybe a change in the way that we get our, movies and TV shows. Right now, Netflix is really the dominant service, but who knows? With its big coverage and the fact that YouTube's everywhere, why not? The only thing that will prevent YouTube from really being as popular as Netflix on some TV shows is the fact that YouTube Red is not available right now for most countries. It's mostly a US thing. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Well, Apple has discontinued its only display that it sells. It had a 27-inch Thunderbolt display, and of course if you had a MacBook, for example, and you wanted to have a display, you could buy the Apple display. One of the things here, people first of all were wondering, well, will they replace this with something else? No news yet. But one of the things that I see often, and that is probably the dominant thing, and that's probably why they're discontinuing this display is quite expensive. And when I go to my own clients that have Mac computers that want displays, they pretty much all buy regular PC displays, which are totally compatible. So these displays are, almost as nice, and they're much cheaper in price. So it's going to be interesting to see if they decide to make a new one. There's lots of talk, and we're not hearing anything anymore, but there was some talk about an Apple TV display. Why not? Well, an interesting case in the United States. First of all, there's like 150 different cases of companies and people going against the government saying, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. But a Virginia judge has ruled that the FBI hacking a computer is not illegal and doesn't require a warrant. And the first thing when I saw that was, what? This is, I'm sorry, totally unacceptable. What, the FBI can hack into everybody's computer and no warrants, nothing, and we don't care? I'm sorry, but no, this is not something that should go through. And I do believe this judge should not have said, yeah, it's okay. In that case, the FBI actually went and got a warrant. So it wasn't that difficult to get a warrant. Please. Okay, I have no problem with that if you get a warrant. Okay, if you have reasonable motive, the judge will issue a warrant, and that I'm okay with. But come on, hacking into somebody's computer is not a problem. No warrant required. I don't think so. And this is, of course, regarding a case where the FBI was able to crack on a pedophile network with the Tor network. They actually used a flaw in the Tor browser that they used to get information and hack basically into getting IP addresses of the people on that pedophile network. This is a thing. I have absolutely no problem with that they got the IPs of pedophiles so they can arrest them. They're doing bad things. That's fine. But for those that, a lot of people when I talk about this tell me, yeah, well, for security reasons, it's okay. No, we have to. Well, look at this. It's very clear here. Even if you needed a warrant, they did get a warrant. And they got it and they did it. So please, don't tell me that you can do this without a warrant. There's a minimum of privacy and of law that we need to have to also protect us. Well, this was the Tech News Update for Friday, June 24th, 2016. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. Maybe you have a feature of Windows. Maybe you have something you'd like to see or know more about. Of course, you can ask away by subscribing. You'll know when new videos are online, and give us thumbs up. Thanks for watching.